Well, I'm here with Tom Jordan, also known as Reverend Meantooth, and you're also in 20 Watt Tombstone, right?
Hmm.
Bitchin' band,
Yep.
man.
Thank you.
So I guess I'll get into it. Where does the name Reverend Meantooth come from?
I was in a band called Meantooth Grin for years, and a buddy of mine used to call me Reverend Meantooth or Meantooth Tom. So when I started doing solo stuff on the side of 20 Watt Tombstone, it just made sense because I had referred to myself as that on the inside of one of the records too. So I
Right on.
thought maybe I could steal some 20 Watt fans when I started playing solo.
What would your ideal rider be at a venue if like you could have anything?
I'm pretty low maintenance, man. With 20 Watt being on the road as much as we were for years, like we just learned to sleep in Walmart parking lots and all that kind of stuff. So I want to get paid, maybe a meal and a place to crash that isn't loaded with crackheads. That's
Dude,
that's pretty much it.
I feel that, and it's weird because I'm sure you get this too when somebody mentions something about touring or the road. You get these sort of triggers or flashbacks. All of a sudden, I'm in Gainesville, Florida, here, and you say that, nothing against Gainesville, Florida. It's just I had an experience. But okay, that's awesome. So you're a lot like me, yeah. I used to sleep in the Walmart parking lots all the time, so I'm pretty
They don't
happy
kick you
with
out. It's great.
whatever. Yeah, it's fantastic. Um, so what is life like for you away from touring, and how do you find balance?
Um, well, it's been weird because 20 Watt was, I mean, that's what we were. I mean, that was our whole identity, was a touring band. Um, we had two studio albums, and that was it for years because we were on the road so much we couldn't record.
Yeah,
We were doing 200 shows a year. We were living on the road, and then COVID happened, and we came home thinking we were going to be home for 3 months and be back on the road, and here we
feel
are
that.
three years later, and we're just starting to kind of creep out again and book shows, and it's looking like we're going to tour this year. But it's been a weird adjustment for me because that's been my whole identity for the last well, since 2011. And I'm on civilian hours now. I go to bed earlier than I probably ever have. um, did stuff around my house, fixed things, normal people stuff. It's starting to feel weird to think about touring again. I almost have
Yeah.
sort of like anxiety about planning that stuff that used to be such a regular part of my life. It's one of those things though where I feel like I was built to do that. And if I'm not doing it, I kind of don't feel completely at home in my own skin. Um, for me, it's been like an antidepressant for years. And I love my wife. I love my house. I love my family. I love being home and spending time with the people I love. But um, there's part of me that just always kind of yearns for that, the road, the experience. So I'm eager to
Oh
get
yeah.
back to this here because I do this for a living. So like when music shut down, I was out of work completely. So I just sat home
Same.
every day and jammed to different drummers and wrote, different kind of licks for all this stuff, and eventually came up with a whole new record now. So I'm
Nice.
excited to get that out this year. But COVID was really good for that because I think us and a lot of people, having that ability to play shows taken away, it forces you to kind of look at what else is left.
I wanted to ask, since you're also in 20 Watt Tombstone, two for two on bitch and band names, by the way.
Thank you.
Reverend Meantooth is awesome. 20 Watt Tombstone is awesome. Um, so what would you tell somebody that's going to go see Reverend Meantooth and they're already a 20 Watt fan? What would you tell them to expect or not expect?
Completely different thing. It's a lot quieter.
Yeah.
With the solo stuff, I've always kind of been into like the really the source of gospel and Delta blues music, and so this is kind of my outlet for that.
You're at the pit on March 4th, right?
Yep. This is going to be a busy weekend. I play a show on Friday up in my hometown of Rhinelander at a friend's bar. and then I'm down by you, and then Sunday I have a show in Manitowoc too. So it'll be
And
good
where are
time.
you based out of?
Wausau.
Well, it's been really good talking to you. I'll get this edited down into whatever I edit it down into, and then I'll put at least the 5 minutes up tonight, and then yeah, I'll probably drop the full interview to make it look like I have more content on my YouTube.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much for including me.
Yeah, of course.